Alrighty. Let's finish up the Year 3 regular season. And let's see what happens as we start off against the Islanders, hopefully. Alright, we're up 2-1. We're up 4-1. Ooh, I'm liking our chances of closing this out. Let's jump in. Oh, shit, I hit them too early. Oh, Bjorkstrand so close on the rebound, but Johansson buries it. It's 5-1 Seattle. Marcus Johansson is 13th of the season. But why is that our first line, though? Unless something happened to Taze. I think Eberle might still be hurt. Oh! There's a familiar face. I do believe that is Freddie Anderson in net for the Islanders. No, there's Jonathan Taze. I guess our coach moved him down to the second line. So I'm hoping that the move to trade for Letang is the move that puts us over the hump and into the playoffs. And Blackwell scores! That's his 24th of the year. And it's now 6-1 Seattle. Colin Blackwell. And that's going to be a power play for the Islanders. Vince Dunn is heading to the box. Charging penalty. Okay. Oh, Thomas Greiss is in our net for this game. Okay. Ooh. Careful there, Sanheim. Well, I really wasn't a big deal. We're got a big lead, and now it's an even bigger lead as Bjorkstrand makes it 7-1. We are absolutely crushing the Islanders in this game. Bjorkstrand with 16 on the year. 45 seconds left in the third. And that's gonna do it. The Seattle Kraken with a big dub over the New York Islanders, 7-1 in the final. Let's see the 3 stars. Bjorkstrand, 2 goals and an assist. Islanders with just 15 shots on goal in this game. Wow. Great defense in front of Greiss. Then Yarncroc with 4 assists. Nice, nice. And Travis Sanheim, 1 goal, 2 assists, and 6 hits. He is your #1 star. Alright, so we will now go up to the end of the regular season. We're only 1 point behind the Oilers for first in the division. And we play them next game, but we're not going to actually play that one. We are going to sim up to the last game of the regular season, which is against Calgary. Alright, so let's see what happens in the simulation leading up to that one. It is 4 games in between for simulation. An overtime loss against the Oilers. Regulation loss against Dallas. Regulation loss against Edmonton. Oh dear. Shootout loss. Oh boy. Let me see. Can we still get in? I don't think so. Let me check here. No, we can't get in. Ah! Ugh. Well, we could not afford any more losing streaks, and guess what happened? Yep, a losing streak. So once again, we are going to miss out on the playoffs. Well, I tried. We were 1 point behind Edmonton. We needed... Oh my God. You know what? Why bother? We're not going to make the playoffs, so why bother? Let's just get it over with. Oh, now we decide to win the regular season finale. A little late for that. So for the second time in 3 seasons, the Seattle Kraken do not make the playoffs. And I tried everything I could at the deadline to make sure we would get into the playoffs. It did not work. But how far were we out of a divisional playoff spot? Let's take a look at that. We were 2 points off. Those losing streaks killed us. Oh my God. Those losing streaks killed us. Alright, well, let's see who we have for the playoffs. Actually, I never checked the awards from last season. Oh, and I can't check it now. I'm going to do it after the playoffs. Alright, but let's say the bracket. Chicago, Colorado, Dallas, Winnipeg, Anaheim, Vancouver, Edmonton, Arizona. That's in the East. Or the West, rather. Why did I say the East? Rangers, Carolina for the East. New Jersey, Philadelphia, Toronto, Ottawa, and Tampa Bay, Columbus. Ooh, Toronto gets another first-round matchup with Ottawa. Now, I'm curious to see here if Toronto actually makes it out of the first round for once. But before we do that, Yarncroc finished with 67 points. 56 points for Taze. A bit of a disappointment. Jaden Schwartz, 44 points in 66 games. Eberle only played 58. Maybe if he hadn't gotten hurt, things might have been a bit different. I don't know. Oh, and Yarncroc was out too for the last 4 games, so for the last few games, so that didn't help us. Oh my God. Like, anything that could go wrong goes wrong. Okay, how does Grice have 60? Oh, because he was the starter for the Red Wings before we got him. That was why. But let's see how the playoffs goes. Let's go. That was the one thing we could not afford to have, was to end the season, was a losing streak. Wrong time for that. Well, we'll see what happens in the off season. I believe I set it to where I couldn't get fired, so we'll see what happens. Toronto on the verge of sweeping Ottawa. Well, Winnipeg swept Dallas. Colorado did the same with the Blackhawks. Ottawa does not get swept. But Tampa does sweep Columbus. A little bit of revenge on the Jackets after they swept Tampa When was it? In the 2019 playoffs. Alright. So Philadelphia's moving on. Edmonton's moving on. They defeat the Coyotes in 5 games. Vancouver's up 3-2, and there we go. Toronto moves on. They finally make it out of the first round. Give yourselves a hand, Leaf fans. All right, second round in the West. All right, second round: Tampa, Toronto, Carolina, Philly, Colorado, Winnipeg, Edmonton, Vancouver. So let's see what happens here. Well, Toronto's up 2-0 on Tampa. Toronto's up 3-0 on Tampa. They got a chance to sweep. And this time Toronto gets the sweep. They move to the East Final. So Edmonton off to the West Final. So the West Final is Edmonton versus Winnipeg for the second time in 3 seasons. And then Toronto versus Philly in the East. Let's see. Alright, 1-0 Winnipeg for the West, 1-0 Toronto for the East. Alright, West Finals 1-1. Both conference finals are 1-1. (2-1) Winnipeg and 2-1 Toronto. Oh, actually, before I continue simming through the playoffs, I want to take a look at where Detroit finished in the entire league, because we have their draft pick. Oh my god, this is so slow. This is so much faster on like an Xbox Series X. Okay. Washington ended up having the worst record. Let's see. So they finished 2 points out of a divisional spot, but in terms of a playoff spot overall, no, Winnipeg had 91. This time we missed it by 2 points. Anyways, let's continue on here and see what happens with the rest of the playoffs. (3-1) Winnipeg, 3-1 Toronto. I think we're going to have another all-Canadian final. Well, I know we're going to have a Canadian team in the final from the West. And yep, 4-1 Winnipeg. Ooh, 3-2 Toronto. Philadelphia trying to come back. Nope, Toronto closes it out. So it is indeed an all-Canadian final, but this time it's Toronto versus Winnipeg. Let's see what happens. 1-0 Toronto. 1-1. Alright, Toronto goes up 2-1. 2-2. 3-2 Toronto. Unbelievable. Year 3 of this franchise and Toronto wins the Stanley Cup. Can you believe that? Wow. Alright, Alright, we'll simulate up to here, I guess. We'll see what happens with the draft lottery. Salary cap goes up to $94 million. Alright, now the draft lottery, that has not been determined yet. Let's sim a little more. No. There. I thought we had Detroit's pick. Oh no, that was Calgary's pick that we had. I was looking at the wrong team. So we stayed in 8th. San Jose moves up to number 1. I don't know why I thought we had Detroit's pick. Whatever. Alright, retire players. Bergeron retires. Anyone on our team? No. Alright. Trade block. What do we have on our trade block? Alright, so with that, Season 3 is completed. We'll see you next time.